Hello and welcome to a Pair of Dice Lost podcasting channel. My name is Brendan. My pronouns are he, him, and I'll be your storyteller for this game about living gods on the wrong side of the law. Joining me for this game is...
Hey there, guys. My name is Tyler. Pronouns are he, him. I'm going to be playing Ricky, the fire-aspected street exorcist.
Hi, everybody. My name's Christina. I will be playing Elion. My pronouns are she, her, and Elion's pronouns are they, them. They are a water-aspected investigator.
Hi, everyone. My name's Cody. Pronouns are he, they, and I play Amalar Divine, the air-aspected shady businessman.
Hi, my name is Britt, and my pronouns are she and her. I play a wood aspect named Rush Ferris, who has a ferret familiar named Zeke. Together, they specialize in archery, larceny, and dance.
Hi, I'm Michaela, she, her, and I'll be playing Tirali of House Regara, an Earth-aspected leader of a small military force known as the Tyrants, who cooks the books for the gang.
And this is Exalted, like a dragon-blooded. Act 3, Love and Loss in Lookshy. Face that stares back at you in the mirror is of a bald man of roughly your same height, but the face has been scratched out as if claws, like human hands, had raked the skin from the bone, and like it is peeling off of the face. And you can see, like, for just a moment, the mirror kind of superimposes both your face and this grinning skull with skin sloughing off of it. Like, kind of superimposed over each other, kind of giving you a fright, causing you to step back and, I don't know, maybe get spooked. I don't know. Do you think that'd be kind of spooky to look in and see your own reflection with skulls and whatever?
Yeah, maybe a little bit. But he's probably gonna be like, oh shit. And like, not throw the staff away, but like lean it against something and take a step back and like take a breath or two and collect himself.
Yeah. Yeah, very Ark of the Covenant, except less melting and more just the whole face bits come off. So as you take a step back, you kind of misjudge where you are and kind of like the back of the knees hit the foot of the bed, and you kind of like go tumbling onto the bed, and as like a cloud of dust like raises up above you. And as this happens, you can see like it kind of like causes like a sudden bit of I don't know, like a coughing fit. And then you look around and, man, you don't remember the bed being that close to you before. That's really weird. You're normally pretty good about your own spatial awareness, right?
Mm-hmm. I guess I get up out of this bullshit and get my staff back.
Okay, yeah. No, you go get your staff back and you bonk your head on the ceiling.
Is the room getting smaller?
Seems like it.
Can I leave the room?
You can most certainly try to leave the room.
I'd like to try to leave the room.
So going for the door, you find that it is locked.
I'm breaking the fucking door down.
Okay, so that is going to be a strength and athletics roll. This can, depending on how many successes that you get, this can be an extended action. How are you breaking the door down?
So how close to the ceiling is my head right now?
Well, Ricky's about 6 feet, if I recall, and you stood up and you bonked your head. So it's about maybe an inch or two above you. Or maybe not an inch or two, that's too much. It's like centimeters above you.
Alright, so Ricky's gonna just like brace his staff against the wall and be like, hey, yo, fuck this shit. He's gonna like curb stomp the doorknob off of the door and then kick the door open. Really, really like violently.
Okay, sounds good. Go ahead and give me a strength and athletics roll.
Any stunting on that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'll give you 2 dots and an extra success.
4 successes.
So, curb stomping at the door, you are finding purchase as you're getting through, but it seems like this door is thicker than it was before. It's not just a door, it's many doors, it's walls, it's the essence of the house trying to stop you. And you find that the walls and the floor are closing in as well. Could you make me so you can either make me a stamina and survival roll or dex and athletics.
Certainly Dex and Athletics, please.
Okay. Basically, the stamina and survival was to be like you, like stopping the like just kind of like tanking the hits essentially, and the as it everything's kind of like closing in on you, and the dex and athletics is you like kind of squeezing yourself into another weirder spot to not take damage from the crushing walls. As all of the walls and thereby the furniture is also beginning to come in and crush you.
Yeah, Ricky's gonna like fall prone on his back and like brace his arms on the ceiling that is closing down and just fucking really like stomp the shit out of this door.
Okay. Give me that. I'll give you a 2 dot stunt for both rolls. So 2 extra dice and an auto success on both. Give me
6.
Okay. Was that your dex and athletics first?
Dex and Athletics.
Okay. With 6, you are able to avoid any kind of problems for a moment while that you continue to strike at the door as the walls and everything are closing in.
And 7 successes for the Athletics and Strength.
So good. Love to see it. As that you are smashing at the door and kicking it, and like the walls are closing in, and the bed that you've kind of hopped up on is starting to kind of smush into itself as it is becoming harder and harder, and like you can see the walls are just on the outside of the door, and then you hit it like as hard as you can with like a last ditch effort, and the door flies open.
And I fly right behind it out of that fucking room.
As you get right through the door, you can hear the sound of the furniture and the bed and everything else in there beginning to compact in on itself as the bedroom kind of smushes together. And you know for a fact that if you were stuck in there, not even your own exaltation really would have saved you. There's very few things that can really stand up against the might of just getting crushed to death. Trash compactors do be like that.
They do.
And as you exit, you are standing upon the landing of the second floor, looking down into the foyer. And a little piece of paper comes fluttering out of the crushed area in that same flame tongue that you know so well and yet don't know at all. It's just a little symbol on there.
Just a symbol, not a word.
I should say it is a word. Most most of Exalted's languages are like pictograms, whatever that it is for like Japanese kanji and that kind of stuff.
I see. How about this? I have a question for you. I know I don't know how to read, but I have been around this language my whole life. Can I just roll a flat intelligence check to see if I can piece together what the fuck it is?
Yeah, sure thing. I will also make a note here to remind you to just spend XP and give yourself some linguistics.
Yeah, I know. Wow, 2 successes on 4 dice.
Okay. Let's see. So that you recognize the symbol as flame tongue for the word of creation. Specifically in the sense of what that everybody calls the world that Exalted takes place in. So it could be read as either the world or creation.
Interesting.
It also has a vaguely familiar shape to it.
Like how?
Like you've seen it a couple times before, like more than just, oh, I've racked my brain and it's like, oh, that's what that means. It's like you've seen it more often than you think, but you're not sure how.
Does it seem like it's bad juju? The piece of paper?
No, it does not seem like bad juju.
Okay, I guess I'll take it with me then. So I'm on the second floor, and I know my goons were on the first floor.
Yes, all of your goons were on the first floor.
I'm getting a feeling now that I should stop trusting doors in this fucking house. I guess I'm gonna climb. I'm not even gonna take the stairs. I'm just gonna hop off the. How high up is the second floor?
About a story, so like 10, 12 feet.
Yeah,
You're an Exalt. You can hop down.
I'm just gonna hop down.
There are only falling damage rules if you jump off a mountain.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hop down to the first floor. I don't really know where I'm going from here. I guess I'll try to go back the same way I went to find the other guys.
Okay, so you're going to try and find the kitchen then, which is the last place that you saw them all.
Correct.
Okay. You go over to that door, and now if you could give me a...
I'm not opening the door, Brendan.
Oh, you're not opening the door.
I'm punching a hole through the wall, Brendan.
Okay, then. If you could give me
I'm tired of trusting your fucking doors, I told you.
If you could give me a strength and athletics roll, then.
Can I use my weapon?
Yeah.
Okay. Does that add damage?
I will give you an extra 4 dice on that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Ricky's just gonna, like, pick up the staff and just, like, bash the end of it through the fucking drywall next to the frame. You know?
Yeah. Sounds good. Strength and athletics. I'll give you an extra 2 dice. For your great Jack Nicholson impression. Plus, the 4 from your weapon.
7.
So, Divine, Tirali, you hear a banging on the other side of the wall. Divine, you can specifically hear groaning and pained screams in your ear as this is happening, and you swear for a moment that you can see blood trickling out this side of the kitchen wall.
Oh, shit.
And after just a moment, after just a little bit, the wall kind of caves in, and like the Kool-Aid Man summoned to quench someone's thirst, there comes Ricky with his rack staff.
Oh yeah. Did I hear the screaming too?
Yes, you did.
Oh. Hey guys, what's going on?
How's piss you off, bud?
Yeah, fuck this house. I'm gonna break your fucking knees, house. You hear me?
So I guess that means.
But before that we got there, Divine, you still have the the spirit sight thing active, and there is still a spirit trapped in some salt. Did you want to continue? Did you want to continue where that Ricky left off with it before that Ricky pops back up? I should say.
Exercising spirits ain't my job.
I meant talking to it.
I know better.
Therapizing spirits isn't his job.
Fair enough. Okay, so then you just keep an eye on the spirit of this Jala servant, and Ricky pops through the door and yells how he's gonna break the house's kneecaps.
What is that spirit doing? Is it still just chilling there?
It's still just chilling there. It can't cross the salt line.
Good.
Like, I feel like putting enough of 2 and 2 together, I don't want that spirit to be able to leave its circle, because I don't want it to use those knives that haven't gathered dust.
So, Ricky, is the house salvageable and exercisable, or is the house need to be burned down?
Well, a fucking room just tried to eat me. So, yeah, fuck this house. Also, stop opening doors. Just punch through walls. It's easier.
Hey, not all rooms, okay? Let's not assume.
I'm assuming I'm not opening no fucking doors anymore, I'll tell you that. I'm punching through walls. That shit seemed to work. Also, it seemed to piss the house off, which is even better.
I want to open the door next to the wall Ricky just broke through.
Open it and go through it.
Open and go through it.
Okay. Where do you want to go?
Down the other side of the wall, just to prove to Ricky that there's not a problem.
Okay. Wits and survival.
I hope you fuck this up so badly. Bitch.
3.
Okay. With 3 successes, you open up the door, and as soon as Ricky's like, stop using doors, and you just kind of like go, fuck you, I'm going to use this door, and you go out to go into the foyer. You do go into the foyer, but I will let you know that, Ricky, when you take your eyes off of... When your eyes go over to Divine to be like, what the fuck are you doing? And you go back, the hole has repaired itself. And the door has shut.
Damn it.
Divine, you are on the other side of the door, but there is now no hole.
I'm gonna just knock on the door. Did it work out for you, asshole?
Yeah. The door led to where it said it was going to, which was the other side of the door.
Yeah, okay. Keep playing.
That's the fun part, Ricky. Now you get to bust down a wall again, because we got to go get to Raleigh.
So I'm going to assume that you guys are going to just start busting down the wall. An action that will maybe take some time, but we know that you all can do, especially with Ricky and Tarali on the same side.
Yeah.
So in turn, I'm going to swing the camera over to the 2 in the servants' quarters, crawling through the dust of a servants' area long since abandoned. Question for the 2 of you: how long do you guys think that this hallway should be?
It would really depend on where it's at in the house.
I would say it's about long enough for there to be at least one room on each side, and that's about it.
That it probably goes on. Okay, so it probably goes through the other rooms and just kind of.
Well, there could be a door at the end of it, but like if it's the servant quarters, 2 rooms, so any servants they had would be divided between the 2 rooms, because why would each servant get their own room?
Oh, exactly. So you guys, so let's see. So you guys split up about, let's say, 10 minutes ago, 15? Like, out of game, that's about how long that it's been to do the scenes with everyone else? Maybe 20. That's how long that you have been crawling.
Oh.
The actual time that you have been sitting here waiting for your turn to come around, that is how long that the both of you have been crawling. The passageway continues long, and you definitely do feel like that, Ferris, that you are having to, well, Ferris and Elian are having to crawl as opposed to scoot along your knees much more, as that it feels like that the area is becoming more cramped. And as you look forward, you can kind of see that the corridor is, in fact, kind of clamping down very slowly, but it is certainly becoming smaller.
I'm gonna crawl back just a little bit. Does it feel like it gets bigger, or it's the same?
It feels like that it gets bigger.
Okay, so as we're going forward, it gets smaller, but if we backtrack, it's bigger again, like normal size. Okay.
You do feel like that it is hard to go backwards, though. Like it's almost like a struggle.
Elian, does this hall feel like it's taking forever to get through?
It does. This doesn't feel right, but again, it's clearly not a normal house.
Are there any doors in sight, Brendan?
Yes. Give me a perception and awareness roll.
Can I also do that to look for it?
Yes, though yours might be at a higher difficulty since Ferris is in the lead.
That's fine.
7.
You
said perception and alertness?
Awareness, yes.
Awareness.
Oh, never mind. I need to re-roll that then.
3.
Well, I don't think that alertness is a thing in this game.
You're right.
Oh, wait. Never mind. No, I don't need to re-roll that.
I was going to say, even if you rolled your perception and investigation, isn't it the same thing anyway?
Yeah, for some reason my brain was just like, oh, the visual thing's only for, like, investigation for some weird reason, but it's for perception.
I don't see shit.
You, in fact, do not see shit.
Oh, also, just so you're aware, because this seems like it would be pertinent for you to know, I do have a specialization in awareness to tell when, to being able to tell when I'm being followed.
Hey, guess what? You're being followed by Elian.
Well,
I'm right behind you.
Yes, but in other circumstances, I do have that.
Okay.
Well, I don't see shit, so I guess I'm gonna keep on going. Because if I saw the door, I was gonna be like, alright, let's go inside. But I don't see shit.
Does a 7 give me anything?
Yes. So with a 7, you manage to peer over and around Ferris's form and can see off to the right-hand side as it appears that she's about to be passing by another servant's door. Like she's crawling and does not notice the servant's door to her right, but you do.
Ferris, hold on. Look over there. You're going to go right past the way out.
She kind of stops with like one arm up mid crawling animation and then like backtracks almost like someone hit the rewind button and then looks to her right. Huh. Has that always been there?
I don't know. I just noticed it, so.
She's gonna look to Elian. Ready to go in this door?
Sure, it's better than just crawling along here for infinity.
Alright, we're gonna open this door.
Okay. Where do you think the door comes out?
I'm assuming a room that the servants lived in.
Hey, good assumption. Give me a wits and survival.
But why?
Because that's the whole shtick of this thing.
How good is your wits?
Successes.
How good is your wits and survival?
I have a 3 in wits, and for some reason I don't have a 5 in survival, but that will be my next purchase. I have a 4 in survival.
Okay, so yours
I
are
do
better
have
than mine.
I do have survival charms I probably could be using, but like, eh.
You go in, you open up the door, and it is going to take you into a small room. It does open up large enough that you can probably sit and scoot around. It is roughly 3.5 to 4 feet tall as far as like the ceiling goes. There are multiple very small cots in here. It smells a little earthy in here, as if that there is, as if that you might have at some point gone at least slightly underground.
So like a cellar basement that's underground.
Yeah, like that.
Damp, kind of moist, cementy, earthy smelling. I got you.
As you come into this room that is kind of earthy and a little damp smelling, you can see that there is a little source of light. It looks almost like that there's a small candle that is inside of a glass container that is just kind of like burning away and is giving faint illumination to this area. There are small little bits of parchment here, and there is a hatch right up above, like along the ceiling. And the parchment does have some writing on it. I know that Elian has a lot of languages, but Ferris, what do you know?
Speak, flame tongue, and low realm.
Okay. You recognize that it is written in River Speak. Whatever is being written here is written in River Speak.
All right. I'm gonna read what's on the parchment.
Okay. It is written in a kind of rusty red ink that looks to be smeared a little bit.
You said rusty red?
Yeah, rusty red.
I don't like that.
And you can see what looks like a symbol. You do have linguistics, right?
Yes. Yes, I have 2 dots in linguistics.
Okay, so you can read then. I don't need to have you make an intelligence roll to know if you can read the symbol.
No, I can read. I've been able to read this entire time.
Okay, so being from the Scavenger Lands, in River Speak, you can see what looks like the word for rebellious or rebellion, but it's written in a weird way, as if that the symbol is lowercase, if that makes sense. Like, it's not talking about a specific rebellion or someone being rebellious or a rebel in a specific context. Yeah,
it's not a proper noun.
Yeah, it's not a proper noun. It's just
a noun.
Rebellion, rebellious. And besides that, there's a few other notes kind of scattered around. But they're just kind of like, they don't pique your interest as much.
Well, she's gonna, read that out loud and just kind of in a slow, like, questioning tone, like, huh. Rebellion? And then turn to Elian. Do you think the servants had a rebellion? Or maybe there was a rebellion that happened?
I mean, it's quite possible if they weren't treating them the best that against them. That could be why the place changed hands.
Weird question, but, haunted house and weird shit. Does the parchment, like, I can get up to it, right? Like, I can pick it up and, like...
Yeah.
Does it smell like iron?
Old iron, but yes, it does smell like iron.
Yeah, that's what I thought. When you said rusty red, I was like, I know what this is.
What is it?
It's written in blood.
I'm glad that you're picking up what I'm putting down.
Yeah. I'm gonna just, like, look at it, kind of do a sniff without like putting it too close to my face. I'm gonna frown and kind of set it back down. Well, that's blood. And just kind of like wipe my hands on my like pants.
Is that the only one that's written like that, or is the rest of it written the same way?
I think that would be a perception and awareness or perception and investigation check to find out.
Is this a crime scene?
It could be. There's blood.
You know, yeah, it is. You don't know what crime, but you know what your specialty pings off of it.
Okay, so
Meta knowledge is the best kind.
is this anything other than a visual perception check?
No,
Okay,
it is all visual.
That's 13 dice.
Well then.
Hey, you never know. You can roll a lot of dice and just get really bad.
Right?
Yeah, I know.
Medicine checks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I only got 4 on 13 dice. So
4 is pretty good.
Holy shit.
Alright,
Okay.
I can look at this roll.
this is also me not adding anything into it either.
Oh, I know.
Them 3s though.
So, looking through the journals, you do not find any others that are written in blood. However, looking through, you do see that the servants were, in fact, trying to organize to lead a kind of rebellion against their masters. The people here were not kind to the Jala. It was a very it just straight up was not good. It was basically everything bad that happens when slavery gets involved. And in the process of being mistreated and mishandled so incredibly poorly, the servants of the Kita estate got together in their servants' quarters and made sure to have secret areas to move throughout the building. And they were led by one, and it looks like that every single time that the name is mentioned for the servant who was leading them, it looks like the name is either scratched out or it has faded beyond any kind of recognition. Maybe to protect this person's identity. But it appears that that the person who was to be the leader of this servants' rebellion was not named, is the best way that you could figure out at this point.
So I don't know if it would work, but on one that is faded and specifically not scratched out, I'm going to check the next page where there would potentially be an imprint of them writing the name on the paper behind it and basically do a smudging to see if I can see what the name is.
Okay. That would be intelligence and
Investigation, probably.
yeah, I can't think of anything else that would fit that off the top of my head besides maybe craft, but that literally makes no sense.
I mean, it's an actual thing that people will do if they're investigating something and they see a notepad.
Fair enough. Yeah, intelligence and investigation. And I will give you 2 extra dice for this, for describing what you're doing.
And I'm going to throw the excellency into this. And technically, since this is a crime scene, I can do it 3 times. So, I can give myself 3 successes offhand with 6 motes.
Hey.
And I get to reroll 6s, so give me a second to do everything.
Oh boy.
You said 2 extra dice?
Yes.
Would, and you said intelligence and investigation. Okay.
Yeah.
11.
Holy shit. With 11 successes. You can make out the symbols for most of the name. It looks like that one of the symbols for it appears to be very similar to the symbol that Ferris found, the rebellion, but like lowercase. Does Elian know realm speak?
Hold on. I believe so, but let me double check. Is it just called Realm Speak?
It would either be high realm or low realm.
I know both.
Okay. You can see in high realm, kind of superimposed over that symbol for rebellion is the high realm version of the symbol for domination. Like capital D domination, the right of rule, that kind of stuff. It looks like that this is part of a name, but since it's from two different languages, it doesn't seem to mesh up correctly. It feels like you're missing a piece or two. But you can see that like it looks like that they were kind of writing it like that. But besides that, this person that was to lead the Servants' Rebellion, as you're kind of going through the notes and everything else like that, you notice that they are not referred to as a servant ever. They are actually referred to as one of the youngest children. It appears through your investigations that the youngest child here took pity upon the servants and over time decided that their family had to go. And in doing so, they concocted a scheme to which they would bind the fates of the family who lived here to the earth eternally. It's very ominous and weird and occulty. But you have a cult, don't you?
Yes, I do. I have 2 dots in it.
Well, you can, if you want to give it a shot right now, you can with intelligence and occult to figure out what that they were doing. Or you can hang on to some of this and try and find Ricky.
I will try to give it like a precursory, like try to fit the occulty pieces together, but keep in mind that it's not my strong suit, but maybe I can get something to jump off of.
Okay. Go for it.
You said intelligence and occult?
Yep.
2.
With 2 successes, you can determine that they were doing a ritual for something called the heart of the family, the heart of the manor. It's something heart, but that's about the most you can make out. You might need an occult specialist for this.
I figured, but it still can't hurt to at least try a little bit.
With that, I don't want to say concluded, but we can swing away from you all to something else. To Raleigh and Ricky, you guys, I guess, are going to be breaking through the wall. But while they're doing that, Divine, what are you doing? Are you just waiting for them? Are you going to open up a door for them?
Let's see. I'm in the foyer, yeah?
Yeah.
You know what's a divine thing to do while he's waiting around?
Try to steal a bunch of shit?
No, maybe. I'm going to meander to the fuck, I can't remember what it's called.
Staircase.
Room.
Double doors.
Lounge,
the lounge, the chaise, the smoking room, the place where the piano is.
Yeah.
Okay. you wander over to where the double doors are. Knowing the local Lookshian architecture, you kind of assume that if the kitchen is over here, then this is where the lounge would be.
Yeah, it's got to be far enough away that you make your servants work for it, but close enough that the food's not cold by the time they get it to you.
Exactly. Oh, the dining room. That might have also been the other word that you were looking for.
No, because dining room implies a table. This is like your entertainment area. Sometimes adjacent to the
Sitting room.
library.
It's just a sitting room.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go over to those two big double doors, and as you get closer to them, you can hear the sound of coin clinking on the other side. Do you want to wait for your friends, or are you going to go on in?
We gonna go on in and see who's on the other side.
Okay. So give me that wits and survival.
4.
Okay. You open up the door, entering into the lounge where that you can see through your spirit lens. There are many people sitting around here, pretending to smoke and being kind of wispy ghosts. And you can see, even without the spirit detecting lens on, you can see there are a few small stacks of jade obols, the smallest, or one of the smaller denominations of jade, kind of being picked up and kind of dropped as they clink down. And kind of done over and over again, every now and again, one being moved over to a scale to test its weight and that kind of thing. You can see inside this room in your spirit detecting lens 20 people in multiple states of decay, decrepitude, and overall not looking so great. And as you look around, you can see 10 people in states of decrepitude and overall not looking so great. Which is to say, there are some things in here that are moving like people that you don't need to see, that you don't need the spirit detecting lens for. As you can look outside and see that the sun has set.
Looking at them at the stack of jade, do they seem like they're playing a game with it or just weighing and counting the jade?
Weighing and counting the jade as if that it was an old habit.
Good to see I'm not the only Scrooge McDuck.
As that you go in, 10 of these things look to you and give out a loud and begin to approach with arms raised up.
Yeah, I'm guessing the 10 of these things are the 10 of them that I can see without the lens.
Yep.
Wild.
Who knew? What are you going to do, bud?
I would like to use my lore bolt in combination with my soul fire cremation technique.
Okay. What does soulfire cremation technique do? I don't think that I have ever heard you use that.
Hey, that's another one of those occult charms that I had to pick up on my way to sorcery. Reciting holy texts or heartfelt words, the Exalt returns a corpse to nature. They may burn a mortal's corpse to ashes in a few seconds, ensuring the deceased's lower soul won't linger in the world as a hungry ghost. An existing hungry ghost is unaffected through the destruction of its corpse and requires to find a new place it can spend the day without being destroyed by sunlight.
Yeah, I'll let that work.
So Divine hops back and begins to swirl the energy into his hand. It's doesn't look like it normally does. Like normally when he does his energy bolts, they're bolts of lightning. This time it is he gathers small bits of flame essences in his hand and throws embers at each of the groaning corpses, attempting to set them ablaze to free their ghosts.
Okay. I will give you 2 dot stun for that, so it's 2 extra dice and an auto success. Go ahead and roll to hit.
I'm also going to use a willpower for a extra auto success.
Okay.
12 successes.
All right, then. You manage to whip a bunch of bolts of flaming essence and reduce the bodies to ash of the majority of them, but not all of them before they have the opportunity to get in close and try and deal some damage.
Yeah.
Basically, to let you know, every zombie has an evasion of 2, so I counted every 2 successes as you taking out 1 zombie.
Gotcha. So I got a little over half of them.
Yep. What is your evasion?
My evasion. 4.
Okay. Wow. So 4 of them are coming in to bite you. They do manage to get the basics of an attack in. What is your soak?
My soak is 7.
Okay. Gonna do something a little bit weird with this, but they're basically going to kind of, because I don't want to get into like a full combat with just a bunch of zombies, because I think that's kind of pointless.
Yeah.
So what that I'm going to do is I'm going to roll their stuff after soak, and then every 4 successes that I get is going to be 1 bashing damage to you. Does that sound about good?
Yeah, that works for me.
Post soak, they are rolling only 9 dice. So these 4 zombies who managed to survive the initial onslaught come in, and as their brethrens burn, they kind of come in and go to like bite and claw at you, causing a total of 1 whole bashing damage to you. Something that is basically, something that we basically can take as like, hey, that was like a whole LARP's worth of damage.
Ow, Charlie, that hurt. Divine's gonna take his as one of the zombies bites into him, he's gonna take and push that one off of him, flipping over another to kind of kick himself back into the foyer area, and go for another bout of flame bolts.
Okay, go ahead and roll it.
As he lands in the foyer, getting ready to throw his flame bolts, his anima whips up a frenzy of static electricity in the air, going into bonfire as the familiar blue fan unfurls behind him, carrying his flames to their destination.
Hell yeah, brother. I'll give you 2 extra dice and an auto success.
That's 9.
That's enough to take out the rest of them. At this point, as you kind of kick back from the sitting area back into the foyer, Tarali and Ricky have come through the wall at this point to see you kind of banishing some zombies essentially, and your anima on full display.
You got things there handled?
Yeah, just had to, get rid of a couple goons.
As you say that you're getting rid of a couple goons, you can see that as the corpses are burning and everything, you can see that they are slowly being absorbed back into the wood paneling of the house. Even the ashes.
So that cremation thing, is it normal for them to like get absorbed into the I think the house is eating the ghosts.
Not. That's not really normal. No, I don't think so. Hey, do you know what this is? By the way, I'm gonna hand Divine the piece of paper that I found.
The piece of paper says in Flame Tongue, which I know that Divine knows how to read, says creation or the world. However that you want to read it, but it's very it's very much similar to that meaning. I should also mention that this is also written in blood.
Ah.
Yeah, it's the character for the world. Creation. Yeah, that's how you say it in Flame Tongue.
I just got a weird feeling about it. Didn't know if you could. I don't know. Where's everyone else?
Speaking of everyone else, how do the two people who are underground in the basement want to enter into the scene? There's a thing above you, or you could go back the way that you came.
Who's in the basement?
Ferris and Elian.
Is there any visible ways out other than the way we came?
I mean, there's a hatch on the roof or on the ceiling.
That's weird, but okay.
You guys want
how tall is the ceiling? Do we need to climb on stuff to reach it?
about 4 feet?
Okay, it's still short. Okay.
Yep.
To the hatch.
Where do you want to go?
I mean, I would like to attempt to find my way back to the others.
Okay. Wits and survival if you're leading.
Yeah, Captain. I'm actually going to use my
Excellency.
survival excellency for this and spend 4 motes to get 2 successes. Yeah, 4 motes to get 2 successes out of my peripheral. 4 successes.
With 4 successes and focusing on where you want to go, you open up the hatch, and as soon as you open up the hatch, it appears that a bunch of dirt starts pouring in for just a moment. And then after that you are covered in a little bit of dirt and like old earth, you can see that there is what looks like a carpet above you. While the other 3 who are in the foyer are standing around talking, you can see that the carpet in the main area kind of begins to suck itself kind of inwards a little bit as a little indent is kind of like opened up.
Yo, what the fuck?
Alright, so that's not normal.
Ricky takes a step back.
Ferris, Elian, you can hear Ricky going, "What the fuck?"
Oh, good. We found Ricky.
What the fuck?
And I'm just gonna be like, can someone remove the carpet as I'm like smacking it with my hand from underneath?
So the house ate Ferris and Elian.
No, the house didn't eat us. We're downstairs?
That's a house ghost trying to get to you, Ricky.
It kind of does feel like it, doesn't it?
I'm gonna start like pushing my way up and like trying to crawl like under the carpet, like up onto the floor but under the carpet to try to crawl to the end of the carpet.
But yeah, Ferris, you stand up and like in the room, and your head kind of pushes against the top of or the bottom of the carpet. There's
Well, how
now a
big-
Ferris-sized indent.
How big
Yeah,
is the
Ricky, pop it
carpet? Like,
back down.
It's like a rug. I'm sorry. What I should be saying is it's a rug, not the carpet.
okay. I'm gonna start like pushing it out of my way.
The second that push happens, but before I see what's under it, I just throw a fistful of pocket salt at the thing underneath the rug. Yeah, pocket salt.
Ferris,
Like you lifted the rug and tossed it under.
Yeah.
You get salt right in your face.
I'm gonna immediately drop down and make Elian go first as I'm spitting salt out.
I kind of like brush it off of her face, and I don't stand up immediately. I kind of like tilt my head up, and I was like, if I get salt in my face, I will make whoever did it regret it. Keep that in mind.
Fight me, house ghost.
Ricky, I would be quite pleased to fight you. It'd be very interesting to see how that goes.
That's not what Alien would say. I have another handful of salt.
Ferris, you're gonna hear her mumbling behind, like below. Ricky, when I get up there, I'm smacking you with my bow.
Man, this house does really good impressions.
Right?
Oh, is he so dense that he thinks it's the house? Oh, this poor sweet summer child.
I do my job good because I'm dense. Shut up, house.
Yeah. Quit trying to convince them that you're not the house.
Yeah, house.
Yeah, shut up.
Says a disembodied voice.
That's the house.
So you guys get out from underneath the rug.
So I'm going to very quickly like shoot up and pop the rug up with one of my little essence bolts because I don't trust them not to throw fucking salt on me.
I will withhold my salt for the moment. I will stay in my seasoning hand for a time to see what the fuck is going on.
You stay your seasoning hand. The two of you, everyone besides Ricky, can you guys give me a perception and awareness roll if you guys are looking in his general direction? He seems really concerned with this rug, so you guys are going to get a look at this before he does.
Perception and awareness.
Yep.
5.
Wait, even us under the rug?
I mean, I assume that you guys are popping up, like, right now.
Yeah, I am, like, essence bolting the rug up, and then I'm gonna pop out.
Yes. So even you guys.
I thought I rolled a 5. It was Divine that rolled the 5.
Yeah.
Is it visual?
It is.
4.
Okay. And Raleigh was 6. So you all kind of see the same thing, but except for Ferris, who is adjusting to the low light in here.
Salt.
And the salt in her eyes.
And the salt in her eyes. But as the sun has descended, as I said before, things have gotten a little bit more spooky, and you can see that there is a small ghostly child sitting on Ricky's shoulder. Thank you for taking the time to enjoy our show. If you liked what you heard, why not leave a review or tell a friend about us? It helps get the good word out about the work we put into this show. If you wanted to ask us any questions, you can contact us through Twitter at apairofdicelost or email at apairofdicelost@gmail.com. The theme song for this game is Dragon Dance by Raphael Crux, used under a Creative Commons license. And for making it this far, I saw that cool thing you did, so have some stunt dice.
I would like to investigate why I had to double check my character sheet for the fact I did not have an allergy.
I don't even think that that's a flaw that you can take. I was just making something up as someone who, like, describing this scene, I was already kind of getting a little bit of the sniffles.
Yeah, and I knew that wasn't a thing, but I still had to check my character sheet to make sure I didn't have some kind of bullshit like that.
The fire dragon of the Immaculate Order and his friend who made the wood of there, Sexy Julian. What?
I can't take that name seriously.
I mean, would it help if I said that that's not his actual name? His actual name is Sextus Gilus.
No.
help.
It does not help at all.
Which would you prefer, Sextus Gilus or Sexy Julian?
Sexy Julian.
Yes, the flame, the beacon of hope, Cassius Breath, and his friend Sexy Julian.
There's no sexy Julian here. My perception's pretty bad.
I know. We've talked about this.
His in real life perception's really bad.
Shut up.
Oh man, Britt's comment on that is good. Do I see any bullshit in here? Are you looking at yourself in the mirror?
He does have a mirror.
Now's when you get him with the good old tyrant lizard in the drywall.
Oh man, it gets overtime. Also, damn you, Brendan. I just put 2 and 2 together on this a little bit.
Yeah?
This is that fucking game.
Anatomy?
Yeah, that shit.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
God damn it.
every room could be a mouth.
No.
Down in the
One of these
basement is
days
where the
I will-
stomach is.
I will make it through that video without falling asleep.
It's so soothing.
Right? Like, just watching horror stuff puts me to sleep because it's just so soothing, man. I know that's not a way a normal person should function, but, welcome to my brain.
I've done it all the time. You're asking like that she lived here, or like that they lived here. Has that always been there? I don't know. It's not my fucking house.
That's kind of like, how do I politely say, how the fuck would I know?
It was more of a rhetorical question.
Just like me, for real.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
After today, yeah. It's pretty right.
Hey. Elian, you have River Speak, right?
Yes.
Okay, I couldn't remember. That was more of an out of character question, my bad. I couldn't remember. I think it's Tirali and Ricky that can't speak River Speak, correct?
I think that's right.
Because I think I was translating for them when we were at Divine's family's place.
Yes, when the Divine's mother was trying out her flame tongue.
Grown back, assert your dominance.